Illinois would tell you that you cannot use a thermal drone to look at a deer at any time. Kevin, when we started this drone deer recovery thing, did you ever think you'd come to Illinois to talk to an attorney about how they won this case?
That's just crazy.
And what's made me successful is you think, oh, this guy's some genius, some guru when it comes to conservation violations. It's not that. I'm a hunter, so I understand the perspective, and conservation does such a terrible job, they just make me look like some kind of genius.
If you're in Illinois and you are going to like even think about doing this, you have to watch this, and then that's the attorney that you want to have fighting for.
Oh. Hey guys, Mike with Drone Deer Recovery. We're going to Illinois. Yep, it's probably in the title. We're headed out there to do a podcast, and I'll explain this whole thing. It's bright and early right now. We got 4:23 a.m. and we're gonna go to the airport. We're flying ourselves to Illinois, and we're gonna have a chat with a thermal drone operator out there that had a run-in with a law. Ugh, I don't know. It's too early in the morning. I'll redo this. It was good. It was smooth all the way here, so can't complain. I told the guys that I've not landed in such little wind lately. We've been flying in windy stuff. You're still on the website.
Yep. Yes.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
It's been a while.
Welcome.
Thank you. Illinois doesn't really like drone deer recovery, but in this video today, we are sitting down doing a podcast with a thermal drone from Illinois. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be an interesting one. So that full podcast is going to be on the DroneOn Show. I'll link it in the description, but you can also search it on YouTube. If you guys aren't up to speed, Illinois would tell you that you cannot use a thermal drone to look at a deer at any time. Period. You can't look for a dead deer. You can't look at a live deer. You can't look for them in December. You can't look for them in July. But that being said, if they ticket somebody, it doesn't necessarily hold up in court. And we're going to sit down with him today and with him and his attorney to talk about this situation. If you guys haven't seen, years ago, me and Kevin did a skit of Illinois, and it did really well. It did over 7 million views about just the ridiculousness of their opinion on not using a thermal drone to find your lost deer. But yet they tell you you have to do all means necessary to try to find your deer, but just don't use a thermal drone. And so it's a bit weird. They say do everything that you can to find your lost deer or you're gonna get wanton waste, but don't use a thermal drone. So we did a skit. This is what it was like. I have to tell you right off the rip, I can probably locate your carcass for you, but you're not allowed to recover it. Are you aware that your state is telling you that?
I mean, you told me that before, when we were on the phone, but what do you mean by not recover it?
They don't allow this technology to be used to recover the carcass, but if we're flying and we see it, you can look at it, but you can't go get it.
It makes no sense. But doesn't the law say you have to make every reasonable effort to recover a carcass then?
Every reasonable effort, just not using this technology. Hey, just look at the positive. You're feeding the coyotes.
So where is that line, do you think?
You should probably ask your lawmaker. Here we go, guys. We're gonna head over there and sit down and do a podcast.
Well, you guys can have this vehicle.
Oh, that's ours? Okay.
We'll race you there.
Sounds good. I'll introduce you guys to Jeremy, the pilot that this happened to. Are we gonna get coffee somewhere?
We gotta get coffee.
Did you tell him?
I didn't.
Hey, Jeremy, we probably need to get coffee somewhere, so.
Okay, we'll stop as soon as we get into town.
Sweet.
You can't get more convenient than that. You just,
Oh yeah, yep, right there's the airplane. We just roll up, they give us this car, and now we're out.
Epic welcome.
Yeah.
I did not make the connection. Jeremy's one of our first.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember him, dude, the first time that we had back at the old shop, we had, what, 15 people come in, the first drone deer recovery operators.
Yeah, he's the original.
And his wife was there too. I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool guys or folks.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
because he said, I'm doing it. Like, he didn't believe it. He had the attorney that said, no, their language that they're trying to use doesn't work. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, you're going to want to tune in to the full podcast. I'm sure it's going to get pretty interesting. So, Jeremy, we didn't do an introduction. They're going to watch the podcast on the DroneOn Show, but you've been running thermal drones over here for a while.
Yeah, this will be the 3rd season, I believe.
But your state tells you can't do that.
Yep.
We're going to dig into that.
Yeah.
Cool.
They say you can't, but the laws, like, you know, the way the laws wrote, maybe you can.
I like it. I like how you leave them hanging just a little bit. It's going to be good, guys. We're going to run in here to Casey's, and we're going to get ourselves some coffee. Been up this morning since 4 a.m., left our house, and got to the airport super early. And we tried to be wheels up by 5:30, but it didn't happen. I forgot to order fuel, and then by the time we got fuel and got wheels up, it was about 6:05 this morning. This is crazy. They literally have bubbler. I gotta get one. 2 for $3.50. Okay, yep, I'm doing this one and this one. And then I gotta get a breakfast pizza. I mean, you can't turn down a breakfast pizza. I never have bought a bubbler at a retail store. Kevin, when we started this drone deer recovery thing, did you ever think you come to Illinois to talk to an attorney about how they won this case?
It's just crazy. It's just a whole industry.
Yeah. I think it's about a 40-minute drive from here to, we're going to the attorney's office. They'll probably look quite fancy in there. I don't know. Maybe. We'll just see what we get into. You know what I thought about doing today, Kevin? And we should have totally done it. Would it be legal to bring my thermal drone and then not fly it, but just point it out the window of the airplane? And I'm not technically flying the thermal drone.
Sure.
I'm just looking out the window of the airplane. There you go.
As long as there's no deer in sight, then it might be legal. If you see a deer,
Oh.
As soon as you see a deer, it's illegal, huh?
Even if the propellers are not spinning.
Right. I wonder if you detach the camera from the...
So what if I have it on my dash here and I'm just driving down? Oh crap! There's a deer right there.
I'd probably get fined.
Turn myself in.
Yeah.
I believe we're on location. It's a nice brick building. Alrighty, here we go.
Yes, sir.
That's me. How's it going? Pleasure.
Good. This is my son Lucas.
Hello, Lucas.
He's our local
Nice.
prosecutor, Kevin. He's ready to arrest me after.
Do you want more clients? Because if we're gonna post this, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with having more clients. As long as and then not everybody's necessarily going to.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have be as lucky as to have as good a clients as I had with Jeremy because he did everything textbook.
Sweet.
And
and that's something you need to talk about is what is textbook.
Right, and that's what we'll get into in the podcast, telling why everything was unfavorable. I mean, because before Jeremy even got caught with this citation that he had, they had consulted with me and other attorneys to define, is this legal or is this illegal?
Yeah.
And so they were trying to do everything legally. And in my opinion, I knew back then it was legal according to the statute and the definitions that we had.
Yeah.
But it's going to be nice for people in you guys' shoes to know, okay, how can this become legal?
Yeah.
What steps you took to make sure that you were protected?
The other thing people need to understand, though, that's going to be very important, is conservation, because of their arrogance, they do not accept defeat in this situation. They will not acknowledge it. They told me on that day, and I just confirmed with one of the conservation officers, trying to explain to him why it is legal. He didn't want to hear it. He said, we are pursuing this, we are prosecuting everybody, and we're seizing their drones.
So this doesn't, and we'll get into it on the podcast for you guys, but this doesn't necessarily set precedents?
Well, it's persuasive to a judge, but a judge is going to look at the facts. And that's what I'm saying. If the facts are different and they step outside the boundaries of the facts where it creates a law situation that they are in violation of the statute as defined, then they're going to be found guilty in that. Problem is the digest is not the law. That's just what conservation drew up like a brochure. The point is, the digest is just an advisory thing to tell you it's not the law. And all too often, at times, it's wrong. And so you actually have to look at the statute. The statute is the law. That's the law of our land, and you have to follow the statute. A lot of the statutes, they have definitions of all of these terms. And the judge said, do you have anything else? And I just brought him to the definitions of searching and what is the definition of pursuing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting because I didn't even have to present them. The judge said, well, while I was sitting here, I did the same thing, Mr. Fanning. I said, what's searching? Because everybody testified they were just searching. And then what is the difference between pursuit? And although the words are similar, they're not totally synonymous. They're not the same. And if you look under the definitions of that, searching is just more of a passive looking. You're not trying to attempt to chase something or overtake it. Had there been a deer and the deer got up and was still alive, and then it moved and they continued on with the use of the drone, now you've went beyond searching.
Yeah.
That's the key factor.
Yeah.
You are now pursuing that animal.
Yeah. No common sense plays in fact at all.
None of it plays. Conservation never has common sense when they do that. And I'm just being honest. I mean, I've been known, and I've had some very high-profile cases. And what's made me successful is you think, oh, this guy's some genius, some guru when it comes to conservation violations. It's not that. I'm a hunter, so I understand the perspective. And conservation does such a terrible job, they just make me look like some kind of genius.
Shoo-wee, guys. That was
interesting. So much good information in there.
Oh, dude, there is. You got to tune in to the podcast. I'm telling you.
If you're in Illinois and you are going to like even think about doing this, you have to watch this, and then that's the attorney that you want to have fighting for.
Oh,
there's no doubt in my mind.
That was good. That was really good. We'll probably have a few snippets in this video for you, but that podcast, Illinois tells you can't do deer recovery. B to the S on that, because that won't hold up. Unfortunately, the bad part about this, Kevin, you gotta have some dollars.
You gotta have some money to fight. You gotta have money to hire a good attorney, and it sucks because, but it's just how the law works.
Yeah, and they're saying they're still gonna go after people.
Dude, yeah, it's like Jeremy was by the book. He did a fantastic job.
Yep.
You can search, and that's what we learned today. The attorney said you can search, you cannot pursue. He searched, did not pursue, but then you still gotta spend money to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And now that, even though that got thrown out in court, he was ruled not guilty, conservation officers still told him, just right out, we're coming after you, we're doing it again.
So is drone deer recovery legal in Illinois?
Yeah, it is legal.
Yeah.
You know why it's legal? It's because if you do it the same way we did it in Ohio, you aren't chasing, harassing, pursuing. No, you're just finding.
Like we've been saying, it is legal.
And whatever is in that booklet, the guidelines, whatever it is, that stuff does not matter. You look at the law.
Yeah.
You look at the law. Yeah. And you find an attorney like Ed.
So next time we do a skit, you don't have to just like leave your deer laying
Good point. I'd be way more educated this time. I was such a fool back then, man.
All right, guys, we're gonna head back to the airport. Cameraman Landon, what's your takeaway on that? That was pretty interesting.
It's incredible to have somebody that is not only passionate but knowledgeable about the law, and
that's good.
To be able to apply it in a court, or just giving out absolute bangers when it comes to don't talk to conservation. Don't talk to the officer, so that you can't unknowingly incriminate yourself. Like gold bombs right there.
Totally. Dude, he's so energetic too.
Yeah.
Like
he's this weird mix of like kind of soft-spoken, or not quiet. He's quiet and yet feisty. Like he is not afraid of no one.
I love it, guys. All right, I'm gonna follow Jeremy to go get something to eat. What do you got? What do you got?
One of the main things he said is when conservation officers, they misapply the law, they make me look great. I'm not that good.
Yeah.
I just understand what the law is. I understand that conservation
He's also being very humble.
Yeah, but the point also is conservation officers are now knowingly misapplying the law.
Yeah.
And they're going to keep doing it.
If
that doesn't piss you off, I don't know what does. And if you're a private citizen, you need $10,000 just to fight a knowingly unfair citation. And the guys out there in the field, they actually might be good guys, but they're being pressured by the directors or whoever telling them what to do. So
that sucks so
But
bad.
man, we got to figure out how we at Drone Deer can help support people that are actually like Jeremy, wanting to actually help mature this industry moving forward.
Yeah.
We got to do it.
Alrighty guys, just got back to the hangar. We're gonna put the airplane away and call it a day. Pretty neat, I gotta say, hearing somebody that's willing to fight and push against the state and not let the state be bullies, because that's literally what it feels like. They tell you you can't use a thermal drone in any way, which is just ridiculous. And then when you fight them, you take it to court, you win. And then they tell you that they're still gonna fight it, or give you a ticket, which just makes no sense at all. But there you go. Make sure to check out the full podcast. That's all we got. All right, guys, we'll see you guys on the next one.